Hi everyone, it's Paul Tilley and welcome back to another edition of In Our Backyard. Today, we're looking at Clarenville's history in terms of the very beginning. And the very beginning started really in 1848. And in 1848, this guy, John Tilley, and his family came to right here on the banks of Shoal Harbour and set up shop. They didn't come here for fishing, they came here for logging. In fact, Clarenville is one of the very unusual coastline towns in Newfoundland in that it wasn't set up for fishing. It was primarily driven by logging and sawmilling operations. And that's exactly what Tilley and his sons did. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to do a hike from right here to John Tilley's grave. We're going to take a look at that. We're going to take a look at a couple of the sawmills along the way, the remnants of the sawmills along the way, and we're going to end up over in the William Cormack Monument, which is over on what we call the Bar Road, which is a road that brings you to Random Island. This is a real homage to Clarenville Shoal Harbour's past. This was the site of Wiseman's mill. There were four brothers, Gordon, George, Ernest, and Allison. And they put this machine here where they operated the sawmill between 1918 and 1949. And we're going to go down the Bonavista Branch Line, so we're headed east. So as you're walking along here, you get a kind of sense of what it looks like. And of course, you're looking at Random Island there. Now, Random Island is really what I call the plug in Trinity Bay that allows us to have a little bit better weather here. It blocks the coldest of the cold winds that come in Trinity Bay. That is part of the reason that the first settlers came here. The settlers really dotted the coast, and Shoal Harbour was one of the settlement points, but so were little coves that stretched down through Clarenville and up through Clarenville. We're headed to Mill Siding. Mill Siding used to be a separate little town. So in 1892, actually, the government of the day saw fit to name this grouping, and over the course of 100 years or so past, we know it now as Clarenville. So right here, we are on this sandy point here, and it's in those woods right there that the Methodist graveyard was located. It's my understanding now that time has really wiped out any real hard remnants of the cemetery, but it is in this block of land right here, and that's where Scholar John and his wife and some of his family members are buried. As you walk along the Bonavista Branch Line Trailway, you get to this open spot here. You can kind of look out over and see Random Island over there. So what we're doing here is we're walking up to a place called Stanley's Beach. You know, Stanley's Beach is an actual beach area that you can get down to. It's a great little spot for a picnic or a campfire. So we're going to take a look at that. And then actually we're going to double back in order to see the Wiseman's mill. We should be able to access it. I'm hoping now today. The other day when I tried this to start with, the water was high tide. So I'm going to check now to see if I can get a lower tide. What we're going to do is walk down to Stanley's Beach, take a look around Stanley's Beach, and we're going to walk back to about right here where we'll see the Wiseman's mill on the beach. You see this sign for Cormack Monument. Now that trail there goes down to Stanley Beach. So let's take a look. Come on, Arthur. So take a look up there. You can see the causeway. Careful the causeway. And back this way. So what we're going to do now is we're going to attempt to walk up the beach. And we're going to walk up the beach up to about right there, mid-frame. And that's where we'll see the mill. So let's walk up here. Waterfall. Okay, here we are. This is kind of getting hidden now. This mill was the second of two steam mills that were located in this region. Okay, so Shoal Harbour had the Wiseman mill, which I showed you earlier, and it also had this mill right here. This is getting grown in now, but this is the Mills mill, the Mills family. And this was quite an enterprise because not only was it, you know, a sawmill, they made barrels here and they made biscuit boxes. It was large enough to warrant its own siding off the railway, which was just literally above this. So we'll take a look around now. This was built, this particular unit was built by Rob Engineering Works, and it was built in Nova Scotia. And you can see the firebox below. They would shovel the coal in here. Coal would in turn, the fire would in turn heat the water that was inside this jacket right here. And this jacket would heat up to create steam, which would drive this mill over here. And you see time, it's kind of taking a toll on it. Seems like a larger version of a similar type engine. So this is all that's left of this mill right now. As I say, it's a homage to the Mills family and their work as entrepreneurs. So what you can do from here now is you can walk back down the beach right over to the Cormack Monument, and we'll do that next. Here we are here at the end of our trail, and we're at the William Epps Cormack Monument. Now, William Epps Cormack and Joseph Sylvester left from around this spot, which is the head of Trinity Bay, in 1822, long before any of this area was ever settled. And they walked across the interior of Newfoundland, and they discovered what the flora, the fauna, they did some geology work, and they opened up the interior, literally. And you know, he was one of the instrumental explorers of the island of Newfoundland. And Joseph Sylvester, in fact, Mount Sylvester, which is a large mountain range along the way, is named after Joseph Sylvester. Thanks for coming along with us today. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you're down this way, make sure you check it all out. Arthur is anxious to go now. Very good. See ya.